Merry Christmas, everyone. Except for you.
Tripwire.
You've been a cunt.
It's over, Killing Floor bros. Killing Floor's franchise is doomed. Most of you have heard the news by now about Tripwire Interactive being in the process of developing Killing Floor 3. This is basically a hit piece video on the upcoming game, and before anyone says that I'm jumping on the hate bandwagon for the sake of it, or because everyone else is doing it, that's not the case. I believe all the Killing Floor games that Tripwire have made are dog shit because they ruined them over time, and this isn't a popular position to hold. Most normies would disagree with me on this. So this has nothing to do with me jumping on a bandwagon just for the sake of jumping on a bandwagon. My prediction that I've laid out for a while now is that when this game comes out, it's gonna be riddled with microtransactions and pay to win, like what they did with the two prequels. So safe to say that they're gonna ruin the third installment with the same cancer, and that the game's gonna turn out to be bad as a result of it. Now, if you're one of those types of viewers that don't mind the microtransaction in games and pay to win in games, and have high hopes for this game, this video is very likely to change your perspective on that. Why? Why am I saying this, you may ask? Well, you see, Tripwire Interactive released a new trailer for Killing Floor 3. This trailer shows off the character cast, and it's giving me... how do I say this? It's giving off red flags. Red flags that are brighter than the red Chinese flag. Let's take a closer look at it. Alright, so there's the Asian dude that is dressed up like a combination between Scorpion from Mortal Kombat and Deadpool combined. You got Jamal and Tyrone, one of them having something in their nose for whatever reason, maybe for fentanyl purposes. There's two independent women that no man can tell them what to do. Then there's the last guy, who's Foster. So in a game that takes place in Europe, there's not a single character that's a white man, unless if Foster is one. Can't really tell because he's wearing a gas mask and gloves. Strasser, the German dude from Killing Floor 2, is nowhere to be seen. I wonder why. What do you guys think? Couldn't possibly be because of the German World 2 lore being offensive or anything like that? No. Couldn't be that. Anything but the very, very offensive German lore. Oh, that's too offensive. Can't have that in our DEI game. Speaking of which, I just gotta bring this up real quick, even if it's not the most relevant thing to talk about when discussing Killing Floor 3. In Tripwire's forum, they make it clear that the swastika and other alternatives to it is forbidden to post in the forum, but they make an exception for a soldier wearing it in-game. There's a map in Killing Floor 2 called Infernal Realm. There's a black sun symbol right in front of where you spawn. It's impossible to miss, because you walk right at it when you spawn. For the sake of my video not getting struck, I will show the screenshot with the symbol censored. Here it is. Will people get banned for posting a screenshot of the map in the forum of that part? Considering how ban happy they are in the forums, that's probably going to happen, which will get back to their moderation behavior soon. Anyways, back to the initial topic. I'm not necessarily saying that Killing Floor 3 is woke, at least not as of yet, from this alone, since they haven't announced things like pronouns nor made women fat and etc. But it's starting to give off those warning signals, you know what I mean? Don't be surprised though if this further escalates to the point of forced diversity more than now, because if you remember what I mentioned in my video 1 year ago about forced political correctness and greed, it turns out Sweet Baby Inc. and Tripwire has collabed together. If you don't know who they are, I recommend watching that video after you're done watching this one, but to give a quick oversimplified summary, they influence game devs to turn their game as progressive as possible, even if it comes across as forced. Sweet Baby Inc. being involved in Killing Floor 3 is likely, if not guaranteed, due to their connection to Tripwire Interactive. This whole idea of this class/hero shooter genre in Killing Floor isn't as new of a concept as you may think. Contrary to popular belief, it's not something that they got inspired from by Overwatch. As a matter of fact, In the Unreal Tournament 2004 mod called Killing Floor, yes, the one that inspired Tripwire to make it a standalone game, and the game I'm playing in the gameplay that you see right now, that mod planned to have it all the way back on version 2.52, but it went unused. There were going to be a heavy class and a light class. Basically, one character would be commando most likely, while the other character would be support. From what I've heard, there were going to be 3 classes in that mod, not just those 2, and the idea was basically ditched because they introduced the perk system instead. This is progress, but what Tripwire is doing is ditching the perk system to go for a more restricted approach of something that was ditched for the obvious reason that the perk system is just better. With the way Tripwire were regressing instead of progressing, if Tripwire was a fucking species instead of a company, they would be fucking devolving instead of evolving. Before Killing Floor 3 was announced to be in development, there were rumors that the devs were paying people that they were hiring with a similar wage to a McDonald's employee's wage. That's just a rumor, so take that with a grain of salt. What can be proven, however, is how incompetent they are when it comes to handling questions from the people that they're trying to hire for their developer team job. When asked a specific question about the payment in a reply to Tripwire, you want to know what happened? What do you think did happen? A. They give a clear and honest answer. B. They dodge the question. C. They remove the comment from the forum. Or D. They unleash their nuclear banhammer. Oh my god. They went with the D, the nuclear option. That's right. How dare you? How fucking dare you ask how much you're paid for the job you're looking for? You should feel ashamed for doing such a sin. You better start praying to God to forgive you for your awful sin. Never ask a man his salary, never ask a woman her age, and never ask Tripwire how much they will pay you to work for them. In all seriousness, this just further proves that Tripwire is incompetent as fuck. This doesn't do justice to all of the other clown shenanigans they do on the other forum, like their Steam forum where they had a history of banning people for criticism and being too trigger happy with game banning people. If you want to find out more about players getting game banned way too loosely, I recommend watching Noob Dog's commentary of that. It should be on Noob Dog's re-uploads channel, which he typically do trolling videos, but that particular video about Killing Floor 2 is a commentary video. Quick summary is that they ban a bunch of people from a Steam group for associating with cheaters. Yep, just associating with cheaters. Basically guilt by association. What that video doesn't mention, however, is that they also game ban people for simply trolling. They fucking game ban people for trolling in Killing Floor 2. Tripwire is so sensitive and fragile that if you end up trolling in a casual game like Killing Floor 2, they will just fucking game ban you. This can also happen if you were to stream snipe them on stream, but it doesn't have to be in their stream for them to give you a game ban. If you don't believe me, just take a look at their EULA. Even going as far as copying Tripwire's online names can have this happen to you. They have game banned someone who allegedly was trolling in a random pub match, which was all hearsay, as there were no screenshots, no GIFs, nor videos to prove this. It was just a Steam discussion with a link to someone's Steam profile of the alleged troll. Tripwire locked the thread for breaking the forum rules, and then went ahead to game ban the alleged troll with zero fucking proof, which happened far later after the Steam group game banning incident, which shows you that they didn't learn from that time. Not only do I think that Killing Floor 3 will flop, but at this point I hope it does. I really hope so. I hope it does because it will be so well deserved. It will be so fucking deserved. After every scummy shit that they've done up to this point. Seriously, I'm fucking done with this shit. Fuck tripwire, fuck the monetization, and fuck their incompetent management. I'm quite frankly tired of this shit coming from them, and I think the only way for them to change is for the income to get affected. So the best way to protest against their behavior when it comes to shit like this is to not buy their products like Killing for 3. That's it for the video. If you want more rant/commentary videos like this, make sure to hit like and subscribe. If you got any criticism towards anything I've said in this video, or got positive feedback, let me know in the comments. If it's criticism, you don't have to worry about me removing the criticism or banning you, because that's something only tripwire would do because they're cowards. And that's it. See you guys, and Happy New Year, folks. Goodbye.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck are you doing in my house?